Hi guys. So today I'm not necessarily pumped up, but I'm coming here to shout or do all those things I used to do, because obviously I assume you've seen the title of this episode. And yeah, I think it's time. I've come to terms with it. Yeah, I'm not here to tell you hi guys and all that. You've basically seen the title of the episode. So yeah, I feel like in life we just need to come to terms with some things. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people might feel like, oh my god, why is she quitting podcasting? Or some people, I don't know. People might be like, oh my god, what is she doing? Why is she quitting? It's not just how many episodes did she put. She's already quitting. Some people might say, oh my god, I hope Chidera is okay. Why is she quitting this thing and everything? Regardless of whatever it might be, I'm quitting because I just sat down with myself yesterday when I was about to record another episode. I was meant to have a guest, and the person, it wasn't her fault, but she couldn't make it. And yeah, that's why we have a solo podcast today. I kind of wasn't so happy. I was not really happy about it. So I sat down and then, I was just thinking of it lot, and I just decided to stop. Yeah, I think, I'm just decided to stop podcasting in general. I don't know. Maybe I can come back later in life if God touches me again. But right now, I'm just acting based on how I feel. And I don't know. Maybe you guys, some of you are not happy with me. But I think you guys should just respect my decision, honestly. I think, at the end of the day, I'm the host and everything. So I think if you love me, you just accept, my decision and everything, honestly. Maybe some of you might feel disappointed. Oh, she quitted on time. I've thought of all those things you guys might say about me. And I've still decided to, do what I think I should do. So, yeah, I know we just started yesterday and we're stopping. But I feel I think it's what I'm meant to do. Yeah. It's not easy, especially, I'm not saying I do a lot. Yeah, I'm not saying I do a lot. But I feel like balancing everything is, I don't know if I can do it. Plus, I was really hitting myself up yesterday. I felt like this podcast I'm even doing. When you do podcasts, or maybe I'm comparing myself so much with other podcasters, I felt like, okay, we're how many weeks in are we? But I feel like we're not 2 months yet, but we're 1 month into podcasting. Sorry, I think we're 2 months. Okay, we're 2 months. I don't know. But I think we're 8 weeks into, no, I have 10 episodes, right? Okay, sorry. we're 10 weeks into podcasting, whatever calculation that might be. Yeah, but I feel, but I know I write my goals and everything, and I just felt like I should be bigger, I felt like I should have, done better than this. And then looking at my podcast, my Spotify for podcasters dashboard, it's not what I want. Do you get a lot of things, plus getting guests? I don't know if it's the occurrence of yesterday, and I'm thinking, will I be able to keep up with this? I'm sorry, guys. For everyone that listened to me while I was here, I really do appreciate you, because regardless, I saw numbers, I saw sometimes, even if I don't spread the word, I saw you listen to me. You went to my Spotify and you listened to me. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm sorry. It's not easy. I know we always say it's not about the destination, is the journey, but sometimes the journey is hard, and sometimes I don't know, it's just a lot. Do you know how hard it is, putting out content every week? I always feel so overwhelmed. That's why I've decided to stop. I'm not taking a break. I am stopping. Yes, just by think when you want to come into my DM, for people that love me, they just slide to my DM and say, "Oh my God, just take a break. I think I just want to quit." Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. We have finally come to the end of the podcast. Wait, no, this is when I see you again. Oh, the end of an era, guys. Oh. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you really do understand. I hope you think about it like with your own human mind and know that, oh, this girl is quitting because of this. I hope you understand, because it's not easy. See you guys. Oh, I'm going to miss this, but bye-bye. Yes, I have to do this. Bye-bye. Oh. Oh my God. Do you know what, guys? If you listen to the first part of this podcast and you were convinced, or let me say slightly convinced that maybe Star Girl Chi is actually giving up on the TCO podcast, or maybe Chidera is actually just done, but the girl said maybe plenty things, make she go rest. If you were convinced to the slightest, please delete my number, because I assume you clearly know me not. Like, yes, maybe you know me, but you don't know me very well. So I'm not happy about that. Give up care. We don't do none of that here. Let me tell you what we do. We don't give up here. If I give up, how I go touch the wall? Wait. But let me just. But yourself, you guys. If I actually give up, how will I touch the? How will I touch the entire universe? Did I tell you at the beginning that we are going global? Not just podcasting, TCO normally, generally. We are hitting. We're going global. How we go touch the ends of the earth? How will we fulfill prophecy? How? Hey, please. We don't give up here. What we actually do a lot is that, we cry, we talk to God, and then we sleep very well. We sleep off. When I mean here, I mean like myself. So with me, most of the time I feel so overwhelmed. You're just feeling this state. You just cry. You talk to God, then in the process you don't start crying, then you just sleep, then you wake up and we go again. Like, you get, we cry, we talk to God, we cry, and then we go again. Like, do you get? Another thing we do is that we eat. Our comfort meal here is yam and egg. Like, nothing ever goes wrong with yam and egg. Sometimes when I'm feeling so sad, let's say I'm feeling let me not say so sad, but let's say I'm feeling down. Do you get? And I eat. And when I just finish it, I'll be like, sad what? What was even the problem before? I always say this thing. A lot of people will say that, it's quote for the foodie. Most times you're not sad or depressed. Okay, I'm being very sensitive about this because, everybody's going through different life challenges. But sometimes, that feeling where you say, you're not feeling yourself today, all those things. Okay, or maybe, you just need to eat sometimes. Most times you're just hungry. You just need to put something in your stomach and then you just, come back to life. Foodie has dropped her quote. Although this might not apply to everybody though, but I'm just telling you how it is for me. Maybe on a good day when I set a goal for a podcast episode, because I try to set numbers which I want for every podcast. So I might exceed it or I might not reach it. And how it works, if you follow me closely, you'll notice that I really don't send broadcasts every week. Even I put out content episodes every week. I send, because I have a goals for specific episodes that I think I want everyone to read. I want it to reach, the ends of the earth. At the same time, I want to have organic people that actually do love me. So I also try to just, not post so much. Maybe I just share it with my, my community members. And okay, in case you do not know, in case you're listening, you're not aware, we have a community, the TCO community members. We're a lovely family. If you want to join us, probably put it in the description here. So except I just put it on the group and just put it on my status, because I have different goals for different episodes, which I might miss, which I might not miss. So let's say I had a goal. Maybe I even broadcasted it to everybody in my contact list. I think I have 100. No, I have 200 contacts. You get, even if I'm talking to this person, maybe, you know, when you go out and then you say somebody's name as Isabel hairdresser, something like that, something, you know, completely different. So I would just send all of them, and I would still be seeing some kind of place. You know that I was in. I would just be saying, maybe this is not for me, all that. But you know, yeah, my ego always comforts me. So yes, please, let's get right into the episode. So I'm going to be sharing 3 reasons why you should not quit. So, you know, you see what I did, you know, how I linked it. But I won't lie, if I'm completely being honest, some things I said in this first part were actually true. For everything I said in the first part was actually true. Do you get? So I'll be lying to say that, this, that. So it's honestly me. It's honestly my story. But like, I actually did have like a sit down with myself yesterday, like an intensive one. I sort of reached out to my sister after it, and she basically gave me her own piece of advice. It really did feel overwhelming. Not like overwhelming in some sense yesterday. I felt a whole lot, and I actually did think of just stopping this podcast. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it actually did happen. Maybe I just felt that maybe I should just even stop. Who is even listening to me, safe? Like, who exactly? Like, who is even listening to me? All this time you're dropping every week, who is listening to you? Or I just felt like I'm not getting so much reviews from people, except some people. I'm not really getting so much reviews. That's what I'm like. I don't know if I'm comparing myself to other podcasters, because I genuinely I'm so intentional about podcasting. So like my podcast page Instagram is about me learning from other podcasters, and I see a lot of reviews. Like, people give their reviews. So I'm like, what exactly am I doing wrong? I think I need to ask you guys, why is it that you guys listen but you guys don't give me a feedback? Like, it doesn't make me happy. So I also thought of it like, I don't want to call you, but see this podcast, see how they're getting reviews at least every episode, and they don't even drop weekly like me. Do you get? Like, they just drop, maybe they drop at their own time, but they still get reviews, you know. And I'm like, I'm not even getting reviews, I'm dropping weekly. I mean, I should just stop. Like, honestly, a lot was really going through my mind, especially when my guest didn't come through yesterday. And I was like, maybe I should actually quit. I was thinking of the numbers. I'm like, some people, when they just start, they already have like, you know, 3K plays on you know, and I'm still here at my beautiful amount. Do you get? A lot of things. I was just thinking of a lot of things, and then I just felt like maybe I should actually just stop it. Like, I'm being honest. I'm being 100% with you right now. So it was actually me yesterday. I was thinking, will I be able to even balance this podcasting thing with everything that I'm doing right now in my life? Like, what if, you know, I'm so busy? Am I even giving value? Like, genuinely speaking, I was thinking of so much. And then I started remembering something that Mr. T used to tell me. He knows his name if he's observant enough. And then I was like, maybe I should just calm down. Like, maybe I should just actually quit. But, you know, a talk with God is always good. Like, there's how it, you know, pumps you, kind of. There's this peace you get after it. So I decided to talk to people that have been in my shoes, or people that just were where I was yesterday. Let's rub minds together. I'm telling you from a point of, you know, let's have a heart to heart, not from someone who has seemingly made it or is seemingly, you know, the biggest, but someone who believes that God called her for something, someone who believes that God has a purpose for her life, someone who has taken the audacious step, you know, to follow through with God's call for her life. So let's go. Hi lovelies. So now I'm going to be sharing 3 reasons why you should not quit. 3 reasons why, you know, when you're feeling not like yourself or feeling funny, you just need to sleep, you know, eat your best meal, and, you know, pick yourself back up and keep running. So here are 3 reasons why you need to take yourself as a big deal. The first one is because it's not God's plan for you. I know we do believe that we have a creator, you know, we have someone who has the whole world in his hands, who sees everything, who looks after everything, the one who made you basically and knows the blueprint of your life. he doesn't advise quitting. The Bible, in God's word, quitting is not encouraged. God encourages us to endure to the end. It says in James 1 verse 12, blessed is the man who endures temptation. Like, God wants you to keep going till you reach the finish line. Now, disclaimer, it is actually very possible for you to be going the wrong direction. That's why before you do anything, you need to make sure that you're on course. You need to make sure you're committed to God. You need to make sure that God is involved in this story. You get? Because it's very possible for you to be going the wrong direction, and you just need to change course. And because the best thing you could do for yourself is rest in God's will for your life. And I learned this, later in life, because I always have my mom tell me, Chidera, just is God, because my mom is a very, leave it in God's hands. Like, my mom just feels like life should not be hard. Once you have God, just follow him, follow him the way he wants you to go. So she always tells me, and me, I used to be like, I want to do this, I'm that kind of person. I used to just my mommy. So she used to now tell me that, see, all these things you're saying, is it God's plan for you? Yeah. Do you get? And I really did discover now, in my latter age, when I was younger, I was like, what is my sin a bit? But later, not I said, mommy. But basically, sorry, I did, I'm now seeing it, you need to make sure that whatever you're doing is God's plan for you. And how can you do that? You just need to talk to him. Genuinely, you just need to talk to him. I'm not saying you need to, personally, I don't think you need to get any big revelation, or maybe God will show you in a dream, but you need to talk to him, and you need to, also be receptive, hear from him. You can hear from God in different ways. You hear from God through Instagram. I say this thing, you should try your very best, to hear God normally. If you've heard God normally, my Oga, one day I'll do that. But you get, God will talk to you through what you read, what people just say to you. Sometimes God is so creative. You could just be walking and then you just see this quote and it's like, oh my God, do you get? Oh, God could speak to you through a song. You all just have to, and you will know it's God. You just feel it's different. Do you get? That's not the point of the episode, but you first need to know that you're in God's plan for your life. So then I continue. When you know that you're in God's plan for your life, I'm not saying you should know completely, but you just know the direction you're meant to take. I'm not saying you should understand the whole picture and everything, but just know the plan. You should know the whole everything, but just know what you're meant to be doing. Are you meant to be singing? Are you meant to be baking? You just talk to God about it. You might not know because God will always supersede your imaginations, and it's oh my God, I just wanted this, but God gave you better. Do you get? You need to know that God is involved in this story. And if you're treading the path God wants you to tread on, then he doesn't want you to quit. You're human. Let me tell you something. You're a human being. You feel discouraged. You feel tired. You feel you feel like your business is not moving. You saw Tamsi Beauty World. You saw Mary Crochets. They were doing crocheting and they were, making waves, and then you just say, let me start Chidera Zone, and then it feels like my customers are not coming for it. But if you have to first know that it's God's plan for your life, God encourages that you keep going. You come to him when you feel sad, when you're tired, you're not getting customers, and all. You come to him, tell him how you feel, but he doesn't encourage you quitting. You just need a kind of reassurance and all. So the first point is that God made you for a reason, and he wants you to fulfill destiny. And if you quit, my dear, you're not going to fulfill destiny. That's not God's plan for you. God's plan is to give you a bright future. God doesn't want you to quit on things he has called you for. I don't want to go into a lot, so I don't enter into my second and third point, but basically, you should not quit knowing that the one who made you wouldn't have you quit. One. The second point is, as much as it might sound so cliche, Brenda, you're the only one in this universe. Nobody is actually like you. Kine, I understand you're a twin, and Taiwo is your brother, but Taiwo doesn't have your DNA. No one is actually like you. And no matter how cliche it may sound, it's the truth. We are in a world where the market is quite saturated. Everyone is in the music industry. Everybody is baking a cake. Everybody is podcasting. Everybody is on YouTube. But the same God that made these people and put this dream in their heart also made you and put that dream in your heart. It's not a mistake. Like, there's something you have to offer to this world that only you can do. Like, no, God is so creative when he made people that even if he has put similar interest in people, nobody can do it like you, Ebo. Nobody can do it like you, Pelumi. Nobody can do it like you. Like, do you get? Nobody can bring the source the way you do. And that is not motivational speech. That's the truth. Like, no one can actually bring what you bring to the table. Like, nobody can do it like you. Sharon, no one can do it like you. Like, you get, do you understand what I'm saying? No matter how many tomato sellers there are in the market, your tomato contains a special sauce. Like there's something about you. Like, everyone is going to spoken word poetry. Not everyone can be like I be quick, but Zoe, like, there's something about you. Do you understand? Like, this is so, like, this is a lot. I understand people are like, oh, nobody is special and everything, but I just want you to know that it could be the way you talk, it could be the way you present, it could be how you edit your videos, it could be the background music, but there's something you have to offer. And there's no mistake that the industry is saturated and you also find yourself loving it. So you should know that you shouldn't quit because nobody can give it to you. Like, God, like, you know, this is how you should see it. You should see, that's why I mean, there's this, I'm sorry. So I listened to this spoken word track by Oreva, and the last piece is Shine. Is a masterpiece. Like, you need to see you chasing your dreams as God and the angels in heaven cheering you on. Like God did not see, God is all perfect, and he did not God cannot make a mistake. So how will you think that you are a mistake, or the path you're treading when you know that is for God is a mistake? Do you get? Like, always see it as the cloud of angels, you know, cheering you in this business. You know, Choma makes the light is cheering you, like, you know, through your creative ideas on how you're coming up with new recipes, new chocolate cakes. Like, do you get? Nobody can do it like you. There's no better baker in this world than you. Like, you have something that others do not have. So it's also safe for you to know that. So personally, for me, I think it's safe for me to know that in the podcasting industry, even when I see a lot of podcasters who have gone far, you get, at the end of the day, I have something to offer. And this is not just you stay mediocre, you just sitting down there say, hey, actually, I still may have something to offer. You have to also put in the work. Like, try and improve yourself daily. I can't be coming up here telling you, you know, that, oh, I'm tired, numbers are not increasing. What am I doing to increase the numbers? Actually, there are not. Like, you get, like, I have to also do something on my own part. But I also need to know that I can't quit because the world actually does need me. And I hope you know that the world actually does also need you. Yeah. You know, embrace your journey. Like, if you feel like you're not on the right path, do that thing. That's another thing. Like, sometimes you know what you're meant to be doing. And I was talking to my friend yesterday. So we are currently working together in the same place. And she had a business idea in her mind. But she needed someone to do it first for her to be like, oh my God, this thing. And you see people, like, especially when, you know, sometimes there are some things that you just come up with that are very unique. Let's say for people that have businesses, let's say you have a very beautiful, a unique business idea, and then someone else brings it to life. That could just be God reminding you that how far you never do this thing. Do you get? So it's safe for you to know that no one can bring what you bring to the table. Cliche as in myself. Do you know I love cliche things so much? I'm such a word person. That's because there's truth in it. Like, do you get? There's so much truth in it, and you should know that no one can do it like you. No one can do it like Stargirl, and that's on full stop. That's what I've immersed myself in. You know, try my best to be better daily. Don't get me wrong. Try my best to get better at podcasting and actually adding value, but also having at the back of my mind that there's something different about me. There's something that only me can give to this world. Yes. And now the third point, which is actually the most important, whether I like it or not, the journey is better than the the journey is actually better than the destination. Like, the journey is way more important than the destination. Here's why I say so. I want to talk about my uncle, but I think I'll just, let me just talk about this. So, like, when a celebrity finally comes to limelight, let's say, okay, let me use Arasta for obvious reasons. So, when a celebrity finally surfaces and the person is finally a big deal and everything, most times we will not like, you see us going back to, how did this girl start? How did this thing start and everything? Let's say Don Jazzy finally releases a new artist and then Arasta was like, Arasta, where did Arasta come from and everything? If you notice, we're always very quick to go back to check her journey. Oh my God, how did she start and everything? Oh my God, she used to be she used to live in Cameroon. She was just a small girl. Oh my God, she used to do this. Like, we always find ourselves going back to their past lives. Same thing as Rema. When Rema's bed all of a sudden, maybe he just blew and everything. People see people going back. Rema. They say he needs to stay in Benin. Like, people always want to see the story of how you got there. Do you get it? So let's say Chidera wants to, I'm going to see myself. Let's say, okay, you want to reach one big positive, like, let's say you have a record, maybe you want to be, let me just use myself. Let's say, okay, I want my podcast, people start referring my podcast on Spotify, or I just want to reach a milestone that I've always wanted. I finally reach it, and then it just, makes me enter limelight. What are people going to do? People want to go back and say, where did this girl start from? Do you get? Like, they'll probably want to go to my Instagram page or just look me up and say, so this girl herself, that she's going to live in this Agopa last week. Like, do you get? Like, you say, this is a girl. Do you get? The journey is really, really important. Like, we might see it as a beg, motivational speech, but the journey is way more important than the destination, because even yourself, when you finally become the the Oprah Winfrey, if you finally become the person you want to be, do you get? What's the journey attached? Everybody loves a good story. Everybody loves it. You just take your life as a book, and then they are reading, like how Tunchi is always consuming himself with Warren Buffett books. If Warren Buffett just came out of nowhere, you get, and he's already like a big sensation, what story? What is he going to read? Like, people need to read things out of your life, and they need to know from scratch to bottom, like how you actually did emerge. So the journey is really, really important. Listen, it's really old, but The Climb by Miley Cyrus, there's always gonna be another mountain, is elite to me. So basically, you want to be that big person. You want to be as big as Tommy K. You want to be as big as, all these big celebrities, and you want to just be there. That's your vision. Your content creator want to become a very big influencer like Salem King. Like, there's always a journey. Like, even Salem has a story to tell. Everybody has everybody has a story to tell. Ivy Quick has been 10 years in the spoken word industry before her limelight finally happened, at least a bit, at the talent hunt, Niger Talent Spirit Hunt. Like, genuinely, sometimes you should know how important, if you actually know how important your journey is. Take your life as a book, as I said. People need to read you. So when you feel sad, when you feel like be faithful in little, like, how God will say, be faithful in little. So that's how God will know if you're going to be faithful in much. It means wherever you are, do it well. Like, don't say, I'm just maybe I want to become a big public speaker. She wants to become a big public speaker, and because she's just speaking to people, just 6 people. Like, be faithful in little. Honestly, in case you don't know, people are taking records of your consistency. Do not be a one-hit wonder. Be consistent. Be that person. Be that person. Be Choma the baker. Like, just stick to your unique calling and keep going at it. Little do you know, it's inspiring a lot of people to also do theirs too. Do you get? So yeah, that's it. The journey. Yeah, it's the climb is really important than the final point, because final point, you finally reach. When, you finally reach the place. What's the story behind it? So yeah, that is my final point. I really do hope that this blessed you. And in times where you feel like quitting like me, I hope you hold on to, these 3 points and know that God, your creator, would not have you quit. Nobody can actually bring it like you. No one can bring in the fire like you. And last but not the least, the story keeps us excited. The story, we want to know your story. When you actually look at your story, it just keeps you grateful and know how much God can do. Do you get? Like, it's such a beautiful thing if you think about it. So yes, guys, we finally come to the end of the episode. If you listen to this point, thank you so much for allowing me, for being part of my journey, for allowing me for listening to me shine my light, the light of God in me. And yeah, for making me know that I should not quit. Because if you listen to me, it gives me hope, like, I shouldn't quit this thing, That is how 20 people listen to this episode, though. Or that's how my 40 people listen to this episode. You get, like, you listen to me, you're just doing the Lord's work for real. Like, you're doing the Lord's work. You're just... I cannot express this enough, but thank you so much for listening to me speak if you've reached this part. And I hope I really was able to bless you. And yeah, I hope you find a reason, whatever part in life you're in. I hope these things actually do make you stand back on your feet and make you dust yourself up and try again and keep going. Because God, you'll see the angels and God cheering you on to actually fulfill purpose, because you're no mistake. Your dream is not a mistake. And sooner, very soon, you're going to see everything do manifest. So yes, guys, you already do know the drill. Sharing the link to the TCO podcast is a love language. It's been added. It's not just physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and what's the last one? Gifts giving. The 5th one is sharing the TCO podcast. So yes, please do share to someone you love. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. See you same time next week, because giving up is not an option. Yes, guys.